do something different that not everybody else is doing, so that way you can have viewers gravitating towards your content.
This is the young lady who create content for Bright Ideas, and that now creates so much opportunities for you.
The viewers will already be on their phone, they're scrolling, and your content would automatically pop up on their feed.
The guests know how it is that you're cashing out for us in the Caribbean.
If you were to post a video and you search the hashtag itself, you're gonna see all coming up. Like, you're gonna see FYP, you're gonna see For You page, and you're gonna see it.
Hi, Charisse. So you being a content creator, right? Everybody right now want to be a content creator, but they don't know what it is to become a content creator. So could you share some light on that?
I would say, I guess, bring in something new, because I think a lot of people who are trying to become content creators are just trying to follow suit of what everybody else is doing. So maybe if you can, be a trendsetter, set trends, do something different that not everybody else is doing, so that way you can have viewers gravitating towards your content. I mean, I don't post content on my own, like, other than doing it for companies. I don't post on my own as yet. I plan to, just to kind of branch out and maybe try freelancing. However, I've never tried to do the content creating on my own as yet.
And you could imagine if it is that you start to create content on your own because you created for brands and people seeing you, potential customers, you bring in customers to Bright Ideas. And when you start to create content on your own now, people will be like, hey, but this is the young lady who create content for Bright Ideas, and that now creates so much opportunities for you. So
Yeah,
definitely,
they already knew me,
right?
basically.
Yeah.
Because I tend to get customers, they would see me when I'm out and be like, you're doing a really good job.
Mm-hmm.
And, I just thank you.
So let me care about Charisse, like how it is that you decided to go into content creation. Maybe a family member told you that you have some sort of expertise or something like that. You could share a story about how you came about this content creation.
I mean, my family would actually always say that. They always said that because of how much personality I have. They tend to say I have a lot to carry, like, even enough to give out to people, because, I could be really dramatic at times or when I want. But it just started off as, people in the company recognizing my personality. And, I guess they saw something in me, and it was just from them. Yeah.
Love that. Yeah, definitely. And like, when we talk about content creation, posting times, algorithm, hashtags, what sort of content to create, could you share some light on those 4 critical points?
So I would say the hashtags and the posting times are something that you want to look at when you're posting content. You want to make sure that you're posting it at a good time that that people would be on their phone, so that way when you post something, the viewers will already be on their phone, they're scrolling, and your content would automatically pop up on their feed. So that way, you kind of try to link it with whenever you think people would have free time on their phone, because, during the week, people are working.
Correct.
Then you have maybe a younger audience, they're in school. So you kind of have to look out for posting times, like, let's say 11 a.m. And I would say like 2 p.m., 5 p.m. And just to like trend for the rest of the evening if you're doing like an evening post.
So like for persons now who go to events and party and so forth, and they maybe took a video or two and want to post immediately after 1, after 2 a.m., it may not be best, because they were looking for the best engagement possibly and visibility. It's better that you take that video and wait until morning time, like 11, 2 p.m. so forth, and post.
But I feel like posting at like a late date, like a late time, my apologies, a late time, posting at a late time, like let's say around 10 p.m., that would be more for TikTok. Because, everyone is scrolling at night on TikTok. I'm a victim of doing that myself. So I think that in that way, if you post it on TikTok at that certain time, then you can get more viewers at that time.
And as you mentioned TikTok, it's so intriguing to know that when I scroll through TikTok, you see this one live, and then I scroll back some hours after, maybe 4 or 5 hours, same persons online. So you want to know, well, but these persons just on this TikTok live, like maybe for a couple hours, because people actually like live on TikTok.
They actually do, because now you can actually make money on TikTok. So people use that to their advantage. So I think as long as you have over 1,000 followers on TikTok, you're eligible to go live and earn money.
So explain to us, for those who don't know how to earn money on TikTok and the criteria in order to earn money. Yes, I know you mentioned 1,000 subscribers that you need, right?
That's all you need. Followers. Yes, so that's all you need to go live on TikTok.
Right.
And through that live is when I guess you would get the gifts and everything like that. And then that way you earn money on.
So when you get the gifts now, how it is that you're cashing out for us in the Caribbean?
So I'm not exactly sure on how you do that. But I've spoken to some of my friends that do content creation who are actually kind of big. And they tell me that they do make money on TikTok.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that's really great to hear. And for persons who really want to make money, YouTube might be a bit difficult to get that. I believe it's 4,000 subscribers.
YouTube would be a bit more hard.
Yeah, so TikTok for Caribbean people, because I know with YouTube, I think you have to have like a AdSense account in order to gain money from YouTube. But to gain 4,000 subscribers and a particular amount of watch hours, I think it's 4,000 watch hours, if I'm not mistaken, it's a bit difficult. It's either 1,000 subscribers, I believe, and 4,000 watch hours. That's the criteria in order to earn money on YouTube. So like for someone now who may be a beginner content creator,
that would
that would be very difficult, for sure. What sort of platform should they utilize?
I would say TikTok, because I think a lot of people is on TikTok, and I mean like all ages are on TikTok. So anything you post that you kind of like stay within trends on TikTok, you would kind of want to more gravitate towards hashtags, certain songs that are trending, and maybe tap into some trends that are trending right now. Correct. And that way you would kind of be on a For You page consistently, and you get a lot of viewers that way.
And all platforms, do you need to utilize hashtags? Like, for example, you mentioned all For You page for TikTok. So like, if you post something, should you put hashtag For You page?
Yeah, on TikTok, hashtag For You page.
And is it this For You page, like that word itself, or is it that FYP?
I genuinely think that you could maybe put all, if you're a beginner and you really want to get your content out there, like you really want to push it. I think that you could put you could spell it out completely. And you could also put the FYP, because if you were to post a video and you search the hashtag itself, you're going to see all coming up. Like you're going to see FYP, you're going to see For You page, and you're going to see it with a lot of uses next to it. You would see the amount. So a lot of people tend to use all that it have.
Okay, that's very interesting to know. And where you see yourself creating content maybe the next year or two? Because I know you mentioned that right now you create content for brands, but you don't actually post content on your own with your own page itself. So where you see yourself in that time?
I generally see myself creating my own content and maybe creating content for brands as well, maybe bigger brands, maybe kind of freelance more.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
And since creating content with Bright Ideas, did any other company reach out to you? You don't necessarily say the company, but yeah, they did reach out. So that means you are doing a great job.
I guess.
I would say so, because from the videos that I saw, I would say excellent. And it's so funny is that I saw the videos and didn't realize it was you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. So like, what you would tell persons, those who might be young women, and content is something that people, I think, don't understand the concept of. People feel that just creating a video is content. I see some videos with, maybe not trying to bash anyone, but some women, they create content that may be a bit vulgar and they think that's content.
Yeah, I know.
So as a woman and a young lady, would you say that it's content, or would you say that's something different?
I would say it's something different, because a lot of people try to do content, I think, with their lifestyle.
Right.
So I would say, I guess, certain people look forward to seeing some types of content that pull on the lifestyle. Like, let's just say like a shop with me, or do this haul, like a Pennywise haul or something like that. So I think maybe stick into a niche that people actually look forward to seeing.
Right.
Because you don't want to stray too fast for it to be like, what is she even doing?
Correct.
Like people want to see something and be attracted to it immediately and be like, oh my God, like I need to watch this. And then it's not only what you're posting out, it's the energy that you have in the video as well. Because you're gonna be doing a video and you're just gonna be like, yeah, guys. And and you just you're doing it, or you need energy, you need character. I think a lot of people gravitate towards like chaotic videos where the people are kind of like high energy. Yeah, and I think I love those videos. Like I love to see content creators when they have a lot of energy in the video and they just say so chaotic that everything is all over the place, and it's like a video.
What you're saying is so true, because sometimes it have some content creators that will share information and they just share dry. It's great information, but persons now who looking on, they'll just scroll past because it's nothing that captivating.
Exactly.
So
and I feel like the first 5 seconds of a video matters, because when I'm scrolling, I just want to hear something that grabs my attention right away.
So like, let's say, what could be 3 things that could grab someone's attention that you can share to the audience?
And it definitely depends on the type of video that they're doing.
Okay, let's say, for example, lifestyle, because you mentioned that.
So what type of lifestyle video are we talking about?
Lifestyle, everyday lifestyle of a person. They're just sharing how they go about their entire day.
Okay, so I personally like to watch those type of videos, like a person doing like a maintenance work.
Okay, yeah.
So she would be going to do her nails, going to do her hair, like that type of vibes. And I genuinely feel like the intro itself, maybe like, midway recording, you're going to have something that was kind of like, oh my God, like a kind of reaction like that. Like midway, you use that as your starter intro.
Right.
And then you cut back to the entire video, if you know what I mean. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Interesting. I actually, as you saying it, I thinking about it right now. Yeah.
So that type of vibe, like she's vlogging, and then something happens, maybe like a mad person runs up to her.
Right.
And that's her starter intro.
Okay, that's 2. So give me one more.
What do you mean, like a starter intro?
Starter intro, yeah.
A fail. So let's say like a hair fail or a nail fail, or something goes wrong, and that's the start of it.
Right. Yeah.
Because somebody wants the viewers to be like, oh my God, what went wrong? Like that type of vibe.
And what created that to go like that wrong?
Yeah. So they immediately continue watching me.
Correct. So like, obviously, no woman wants to see that their nail break, for example. So if it is that in the video, beginning, a nail break, then after now, everybody will want to know, well, how that woman nail broke, for example. So I think things like that, yeah, as you say, it started with what went wrong, and then after you show how it reached to that part.
And then eventually in the video, I guess you would have how you fixed it, because people want to know, like updates. Because a good...
That could be like the part 2 of it or something.
Yeah, so people tend to do that on TikTok as well. They're trying to have like a part 2 to their previous video.
Correct.
Yeah.
Excellent. So there's some really great ideas that even myself will take note of.
Okay.
So what I want to find out from you is that content is like king and queen. King for males, queen for females. Do you think that, like, you did sales, certificate course, right?
Yeah.
And you know about sales. Creating content, should it replace sales? Because like, it has some people think that they should hire more content creators than more salespeople. It might sound crazy, but at the same time, do it make sense?
It does. Because I feel like, okay, people that you hire for content creation,
right,
they're there to kind of boost your sales.
Correct.
So the people that you hire for sales, they're still there in place of the traction that the video gets, whatever content was being pushed out. The sales people in the store itself or wherever, they're there to assist the people who got the traction from the post itself. So they're shopping because they saw this online because it was advertised. And you mean to tell me they're coming in the store with no sales? No sales personnel? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, because the content creator who created the video wouldn't be present because they're not just working for one company, they're freelancing.
Exactly.
Right? So, as you say, it come like it is an actual paid ad because the content creator got paid to make that ad.
Right.
And instead of like you just do an actual push ad on social media, you did an ad with an actual person. And when the potential customers come into the store, they are greeted by the sales reps who would assist them in making the sale.
Because a lot of customers are not going to just waltz in the store and just look for whatever they found on social media because they're going to be confused. Where are they finding this? It's not, maybe it's a first timer that never been to the store. How are they going to go about finding anything? What if the store is big? You have to have sales personnel. It cannot replace the content creators.
And I love how you mentioned that because that is just some sort of clarification because I believe some companies have that mix-up. They believe that they should have maybe just one salesperson and maybe 2 to 3 content creators. I see companies do it. They focus more on paying content creators highly. And then when potential customers come into the stores, like they can't get a sales rep to assist them. And that creates a havoc by itself.
Yeah, it does.
Yes. So I must say the information was very helpful. And for those who are looking on, if it is that you are interested in a content creator, definitely reach out and I will provide contact information in the caption itself so you could connect. So thank you very much, Charisse.
Thank you as
well. It was
well.
awesome.
It was great.